if in Mexico, Hungary, Algeria, Israel and in France, on the basis of the same charges, an investigation has been ordered by the central governments, why do you believe that in India there is no reason for your government to order an investigation into the Pegasus case files? Let's start. Dr. Patra.
See, based on assumptions, presumptions and speculations, you cannot move ahead. Because we have seen what was written and printed in the print. I mean, in The Wire, which was one of the partners as far as the international conglomerate of the news channels are concerned. I mean, categorically, The Wire mentions that we also cannot, in a confirmed manner, mention whether this snooping, quote-unquote snooping, has been done or not. We cannot mention the names. We cannot even mention the name of the Supreme Court judge. In fact, the Supreme Court judge that was being mentioned by the opposition party, that The Wire declines to mention. So on presumptions and on speculations, you believe that the Parliament of India should be stalled. We believe that what happens in Algeria, what happens in Hungary should be done in India. My firm belief and my firm submission over here is, what happens on the floor of the Indian Parliament is sacrosanct. You want investigation, you want to debate Pegasus, you have to keep all these issues on the floor of the most pious institution of Indian democracy, that is the Parliament of India. Discuss there.
This government is sabotaging the standing committee to discuss Pegasus. Why is it sabotaging the standing committee? What is it that they got to hide? भैया आपको छिपाने को कुछ नहीं, कर दीजिए inquiry. On 11th December 2019, what did the Honorable Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad say in the Parliament? He admitted, in a reply to Mr. Revanth Reddy's question, he admitted that there was hacking on WhatsApp platforms. So, if you speak in multiple languages, now our question is simple, aap jawab nahi de rahe. Our question is, has the government or any agency of the government procured Pegasus or not? Say yes or no.
More than 50% of the new COVID cases today came from Kerala. You are the COVID hotspot. 3 consecutive days of more than 22,000 cases. Has something gone wrong with your model or your strategy, Veena George?
During the second phase of the wave, the disease is getting spread due to the Delta virus. And as you know, in Kerala, we do the maximum number of tests. Yesterday, we did more than 1,96,000 tests, and today we did more than 1,63,000 tests. And we are doing targeted tests because if we find one person positive, what we do is that we test all the persons around him, meaning contacts, all the primary contacts, the secondary contacts, all the tertiary contacts. So the chances are very high that all the persons that we test, or in all the persons we do the test, there are chances that they will be positive. So the TPR, the test positivity rate will be very high.
You heard the health minister there. She seems to suggest all is under control. We were prolonging the wave. That's all that's happening. Our fatality rates are low. Our testing is high. Do you think she's right?
I think on some parts there is certainly need to worry. For example, test positivity in excess of 10% is not a good situation to be in at any point. But on the other hand, there are some positives. The case fatalities are still below the average for India over a longish period, although they're slowly creeping up. That's a positive. We're not seeing an overwhelming of medical infrastructure, of health infrastructure so far. Still there are empty ICU beds, there are empty oxygen beds, etc. So I think Kerala is in a unique position.
The real infection that was happened in Kerala is much less. Was it a success in a fight for COVID? Or is it a failure? Do you think Kerala's containment strategies were not work? If it is not work, why this much less percentage of this zero conversion or this much zero prevalence? So Kerala's containment has worked well, and even Google mobility data is also showing that Kerala is the place where the containment strategies work well.
Before the elections, we were doing hardly 50,000 tests per day. There were political reasons also, mostly political reasons. And now we are doing close to 200,000, 2 lakh tests per day. So when there are more tests, there will be more TB, more cases detected. That's very commonsensical. Then when you do more tests, the test positivity should come down, which is not happening because there is increased transmission. Transmission is at a very high rate. So there are alarming things to be concerned about.
What is wrong if Sitaram Yechuri and D. Raja attend a webinar marking 100 years of the Chinese Communist Party? Why should the BJP see this as Vishwasghat or betrayal, as a BJP leader put it?
I think it's an absolute shocker and unbelievable that these people are actually capable of doing something like this at a time when we know what China has done to us and that what a situation we find ourselves in, and for long. Not just because of COVID, but let me tell you about CPIM's mouthpiece Ganashakti. They actually quote the Chinese spokesperson and they blame the Indian army and actually disbelieve the martyrdom of our Indian soldiers by quoting the spokesperson of the very same country which committed these heinous crimes. And not just that, the leaders actually commemorate the 100th anniversary of the Communist Party.
This is the hypocrisy and demagoguery of the BJP RSS-led government of the BJP Modi ji, which has led the Indian state to a pariah state. And that is why their foreign policy has taken that all our neighbors are going away from us, even the smaller nation than India. All the communist parties throughout the world have fraternal relations. So we are having a fraternal relation. We attend each other's celebrations. They come to our party congress. We go to their party congress. Even BJP has gone to their party congress. Even the Arun Jaitley attended the CPC meeting.
Actually, it's a matter of choice and priorities, and that too in the challenging times. What is the need today? The need of the moment is that we all have got to be one, jointed, and we got to take on this challenge which China has imposed on us in the current dynamic. In fact, more importantly, what is the intention of the event and the intention of the people who attended it?